Hello and welcome, folks, back to Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. I am your host, the Bunny Rabbit. Making his way to the ring first, the one, the only, Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette has famously trashed Moxley, criticized him for being a bank-addicted drug robber, constantly doing these garbage indie death matches. Mr. Cornette looks to show Jon Moxley how it's done. He looks to show some classic wrestling. We are going to be doing a garbage indie death match. There's going to be no disqualifications. Say it with me, folks. Lazy booking. But Jim Cornette's going to take advantage of that lazy booking, and he's going to beat Jon Moxley over the head. He's going to find a solid steel baseball bat, solid steel barbed wire wrap baseball bat, and he's going to beat Jon Moxley over the head with it. Making his way to the ring next, Timu's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Jonathan Good, Mr. Clean himself. Jon Moxley has had quite an attitude since leaving WWE to go to AEW, where he's been on top. He's been treated as a king, essentially, by Mr. Tony Khan. And Jim Cornette looks to show him why he's wrong. Jim Cornette looks to show him how it's done. Classic pro wrestling. No exploding ring matches, none of that junk. Making it official only here on Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. Jim Cornette versus Jon Moxley, as these two go for a lockup immediately. Jim Cornette looks to show Jon Moxley how classic wrestling is done. You don't start 100 miles an hour. Jim Cornette, zero respect for Moxley, going for a cheap shot. Referee telling him off, but I don't think Jim Cornette cares. This is for personal reasons. He gets to hurt Jon Moxley. A flurry of energy being unleashed. Jon Moxley's already bleeding everywhere. No, Jon Moxley covered in blood already. Jon Moxley, that cut started opening up when he took off his shirt this morning. And now it got reopened up just by Jim Cornette breathing on him. That wasn't even the kick. That was from their lockup. A strong gust of wind made Mr. Moxley get cut open. We got juice now, boys. Jim Cornette hammering away at Jon Moxley. Going up top, his hatred for Moxley so strong. He's taking these risks he wouldn't normally take. Off the top rope. Jim Cornette immediately going for the pin. 1, 2. Jon Moxley will not sell. Curiously enough, Jim Cornette doing the Shane McMahon dance. Jon Moxley groggily gets to his feet. Be careful, Jim. He has his death jitsu. He might apply it. The hell? Ah, son of a bitch. It's Vince Russo. Vince Russo. It's on site with these two men. It's on site. We will piss on your grave. Jim Cornette looking to throw Vince Russo into the ref. I don't know what just happened. Ref, get out of the way. All these bodies in the ring. Son of a bitch. Fuck off. This is no disqualifications, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you, lazy booking. Jim Cornette immediately going for the chair. Vince Russo and Jim Cornette immediately go at it. Get them. Lazy booking. We're getting that kendo stick. Jim Cornette hurling Vince Russo into the solid steel stairs, using the solid steel chair against the solid steel chair and stairs. As these men are losing their hair. Jon Moxley coming from behind. Jim Cornette. Oh, yeah, we're not done with you. You get back here, you son of a bitch.
The hell? Did you guys see that? Vince Russo disappeared into thin air. Looks to be just a figment of Jim's imagination. Jim Cornette going for a low blow against Jon Moxley, the unicorn. The unicorn in the way, so we didn't see it. The ref didn't even get to see it. Jon Moxley has all these modifiers on him, as you can see. I don't even know what any of these things do. I'm not going to lie. Jim Cornette. Going to take his time now. Going to let out all his frustration with Vinny Rue. He's just going to beat Jon Moxley over the head with it. Be careful, Jim. You might get tetanus. You might get tetanus or whatever other, I don't know, bloodborne illnesses you can think of. It's a garbage indie death match. We're going to get out all these weapons. Throwing it at Mr. Moxley. Nine count, Jim. 9 count. No, son of a bitch. No. Get that. No. No. This is no disqualification. Why is there a count out? Okay, we're still in this. Jim Cornette, we're going to get all the weapons. We're going to get all the weapons to beat Mr. Moxley over the head with. Getting all these items into the ring. Trying to, at least. However, he is 60. He's struggling to throw them over the ropes. Jim Cornette misses. Jim Cornette misses. The giant unicorn in the way again. Giant unicorn, of course, working as seat fillers because no one wants to see this garbage indie death match. I have no idea what's happening right now. I can't see. Moxley, let me go. Jon Moxley taunting Jim Cornette. Couple of these kicks. It could have been over by now had Vince Russo not run the interference. Throwing Jim Cornette against the solid steel ring post. Jon Moxley picking up the kendo stick. Jim Cornette slowly, groggily regains consciousness. Looks like he's still in this, though. Those old veteran instincts getting in it. Kicking in. Throwing Jon Moxley back into the ring. Yeah, we're not done. We're getting every single piece of furniture we can. We want furniture. Getting those solid steel chairs, solid steel stairs, not the chairs, the stairs. Furniture's in the way. These furniture's in the way. These men can't hit each other. Stupid steel chair. All right, Jim Cornette finally sticking it to Mr. Moxley. Throwing him into the corner. Jim Cornette looking to unload a flurry of kicks. Incredible agility for a 60-year-old man. Almost reaching pushing 70. Jim Cornette. Gonna put this fucker down. We'll see you use your death jitsu to climb out of this one. Over the solid steel chairs. GTS straight from hell. Jon Moxley's dead. Jon Moxley is dead. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for coming. The plumber. Jim Cornette has clogged the toilet and the plumber could not resolve it. He drank too many Sprite Zeros. The toilet got clogged from it. There's garbage everywhere in the ring. There's blood in the ring. And there's also piss from Jim Cornette's pissing on Vince Russo's grave. There we have it. Vince Russo and Jim Cornette are now officially enemies.